And we are going to... Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I'm an acting and performance coach, and today we are going to be watching and reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Episode 10, Nightmares. We are almost through Season 1. It's weird. Season 1 got recorded all out of order. I actually just recorded Episode 9. I haven't recorded Episode 8. I've already recorded Episode 12. So there's a lot of things. It's weird. There are reasons. I can't go into it. It's just too much. If you've been watching in this journey with me, if you've been enjoying these episodes on a rewatch, again, I want to remind everybody this is not a spoiler-free watch through. I have seen the show before. As a matter of fact, I'm fairly knowledgeable about the show. I love the show so much, and I just wanted to take the time to watch it and give my thoughts on it and break it down from an actor's perspective, from an acting coach or a directorial perspective. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check the description for all my social media links, including a link to the Patreon where you can get full unedited reactions to this show and several other shows. Right now, I think I'm doing Moon Knight over there. I might also be doing the new show Halo, and just pilots for now, and then we'll decide, hopefully by fan reaction, we'll decide if we move forward with them. And if I like them or not, and that matters too. But yeah, all that being said, thank you so much for being here once again. And let's jump right into the video. So this is Nightmares. Nightmares is one of the sort of pivotal storytelling moments of the show. It's an interesting episode because it's a very good episode. People really love this episode. I love this episode, but it doesn't have like an overarching impact really on the show as a whole. It has a lot of character moments. It has a lot of interesting insights into some of the psyches of some of the characters. There are a couple of missteps, as there always are in these first season, but in general, it's done really well. I enjoy it. I think that it's worth a look. It's worth a watch, definitely, whether it's your first time or your 10th time. I don't really skip this one. This is one that's in there, and it's a good, solid addition to the first season. And yeah, let's go. You know, a lot of times in these dream sequences that we get throughout the series, they do this thing where they kind of tip off that it's a dream pretty early. This is not one of those times, and I really kind of love that they didn't, because I remember watching this for the first time. The composition is great. The shadows are great. It freaked me out. I thought she was in serious trouble. I was right now going nuts because, oh my God, she's about to face the Master. I was freaking out. And now I was calling for Angel or Giles or somebody.
Are you all right?
Okay, so there is one thing that I want to point out here. I think when I did the episode 12 reaction, which I have already recorded, don't ask, it's weird. I pointed out that I would have liked to have seen some kind of build-up for the ability of the Master to sort of hypnotize and mind control or whatever. And somebody has once pointed out that this scene is kind of that this dream that she's having is kind of like them foreshadowing the point that, hey, look, he can disarm her, he can control her, but they didn't. What it looked like in this scene, maybe that's what they tried to do. In my opinion, it failed, because what it looked like to me is that she was simply paralyzed with fear. There was no indication from him that he was doing anything consciously to affect her behavior. If that was their intention, as far as I'm concerned, they kind of failed a little bit.
I'm fine. Oh.
You want to go to school?
I spoke with your father. He's coming, right?
You're on for this weekend.
That fear on her face. It's kind of heartbreaking. If you get a chance to watch that again, I'm not going to go back and break it down. Check out Joyce's face. Watch her when we're supposed to be watching Buffy. It's moments like this that if you really pay attention on a rewatch especially, I have come to really respect Christine Sutherland's work as an actress and like ease up a lot on Joyce as a character, because I began to realize that what we got through dialogue wasn't a true representation of who she was or how she viewed her relationship with Buffy, because in moments like this, you can see her running through things in her mind and being concerned about Buffy and wondering, is she telling me everything? Trying to pick up on, you can almost see her searching for little clues and hints to try to figure out if she's okay or not. And so that just makes me respect her a little bit more.
My parents don't even bicker. Sometimes they glare. Do you know why your folks split up?
I didn't ask. I just stopped getting along. I'm sure I was a really big help, though.
And he still comes down on weekends.
Sometimes.
Will is a good friend.
Hey guys, was there any homework?
We're doing active listening today.
Cool. What's active listening?
That would be the homework.
And practice what we read about in chapter 5. Good, Xander, that's the spirit. Wendell, would you read the first 2 paragraphs on page 78 where...
Sorry about that.
It was so weird, this kid just popping up. And to be honest, when I first saw it, I remember thinking, oh no, because I didn't know what his deal was, and all I could think of was the Anointed One. Didn't like it.
It is the most powerful force in the human world. This simple plank of wood. It
Founds me.
But fear is in the mind.
Like pain. Yeah, somebody in the comments on a recent YouTube video post, I can't remember which episode, said that his very sort of lyrical or melodic way of delivering his lines was very similar to his character in, I think they said Animal House?
My bag. I packed it for the weekend and I forgot it.
You and your dad can swing by the house and get your bag. It's not an international crisis.
Okay.
Honey, are you worried your father isn't going to show?
No.
This is another example of her trying to figure this out. I'm sure that in the scene earlier by the bed, she was connecting Buffy's stress over her dad coming or not coming, and over him, just the idea of them not being together.
Willow's been kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Insane about what happened yesterday.
Seems like Xander's still got a little bit of that thing that the rest of the town has, where they kind of rationalize very odd things and make it feel normal.
Hey, Giles. Wakey, wakey.
I was in the stacks. Got lost.
Did you find
Anthony Stewart Head is great.
I think perhaps you'd best have a chat with Wendell himself.
Okay.
Do you guys want something?
We just thought you might want to talk about what happened.
You know, yesterday.
They're arachnids from the Middle East.
I forgot about that line.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Lots of times.
I hope you studied for the history test. Okay, I will catch up with you guys later.
What do you mean you love spiders?
I had the best collection in the Tri-County area. All my brother had to do was maintain their habitats. That's when the nightmares started.
I think I would have worked this scene a little more with this guy.
Yesterday in class, I thought I just nodded off again. But then everyone else started screaming too.
Like that expression of dread and confusion. I don't want to start an argument in the comments, but schools that we have, they're kind of a joke. We've all had this nightmare, right? I mean, this is a normal thing to have, this anxiety dream. Where did they get this teacher? This was 1997. It probably filmed in 96. That guy looks like he's straight out of 1973. She still hasn't learned to trust her spidey sense.
You shouldn't go in there.
Lucky 19.
No, that scene feels really uncomfortable for me. It feels very much like an instance of domestic stuff that I can't say on YouTube, as opposed to just someone being assaulted like randomly. That's the vibe that has. I mean, obviously that's what that is. That's not simple assault. That's child abuse, right? And it's domestic via the word. It's DV. That's it. They do a really good job of putting that vibe out there, that feeling out there. It's a sore subject for me. It's a touchy subject for me. So it's tough to watch.
Nobody saw who attacked her?
Well, I was rather hoping that Laura did.
I have a lot of respect for this young actress. It's got to be incredibly difficult to come in for a character that you're going to be there for maybe 6 hours, 5 or 6 lines really in this one conversation is really in the hallways, nothing. This one is the intense moment that she has to sort of portray, and she has to build this character, make it believable, and then just walk away from it because it's never going to come back.
I've never seen anything like it.
Hey, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Lucky 19.
I'm sorry?
It's what he said. He said lucky 19.
Hey, if he wants to fight,
I love this guy.
down. I'm not backing off of this. This is about honor.
There is some questionable bit acting from some of these role players here today in this episode. But this woman, she could do nothing wrong in this scene, because the whole point is that she's supposed to be a nightmare. So be over the top. To be this, she must have had so much fun on set that day.
What?
At least he had on underwear. I've had this dream. That's not usually what happens. It's a terrifying dream. Is Xander kind of buff? Can't tell in all those really dorky clothes he wears all the time.
The words here don't make any sense.
That's him. Kid I've been seeing around school. Doctors describe his condition as critical.
You've seen him around the school. The boy's been in a coma for a week.
What, am I knowledge girl now? Explanations are your terrain.
I love that response. I love watching them together. It's so great.
Could I be seeing Billy's asteroid body?
Astral.
The level of annoyance, like for real, the level of like, oh my God.
Could I be seeing Billy's asteroid?
It's
Bob?
great. Watch it.
Astral.
It's like he almost, it's like, ow. It's like I can't. It's amazing. This is traumatic for me. This is a trigger warning for anybody with severe daddy issues.
I'm sorry. Dad, this is Mr. Giles, the librarian. This is my dad, Hank Summers.
I sometimes imagine what it would have been like if Giles had witnessed or overheard that conversation they're about to have and how he would have responded. I kind of feel like Giles would have punched him in the face, or at least maybe that's just me wanting to punch him in the face.
You're old enough now to know the truth.
Was there someone else?
No, it was nothing like that.
Me?
Having you, raising you, seeing you every day. I mean, do you have any idea what that's like? Well, big surprise there. All you ever think about is yourself. You embarrass us with all the crazy stunts you pull, and do I have to go on?
No, please don't.
Hey, Buffy, let's be honest. Could you stand to live in the same house with a daughter like that? What do you say we just don't do them anymore? I sure thought you'd turn out differently.
Ooh, that one hurts, man. Everything was awful, but that last one really hurt, dude. And then she's so distraught, she's so upset that even when she sees the boy, she can't compose herself. She can't gather herself enough to go and try to find him and talk to him.
With nudity. It's a total nightmare.
Well, yeah, Xander, it's your nightmare.
Except the part with me waking up going, it's all a dream.
Like it happened to Wendell. That thing with the spiders.
I couldn't close.
Love that so much.
Who's Billy?
He's a boy in the local hospital. Somehow, I think he's crossed over from the nightmare world he's trapped in.
And he brought the nightmare world with him. Thanks a bunch,
Thanks much, Billy.
Or else everyone in Sunnydale is going to be facing their own worst nightmares.
That's so intense. When you really think about the concept, it's kind of crazy. And I love that we have spiders, we have naked in class, we have dad's horrible revelations, and Cordelia's like worst nightmare is that her hair will be frizzy.
Are you Billy Palmer? Did something bad happen to you after your game?
I don't remember.
Are you Lucky 19?
That's what he calls me. The ugly man. He wants to kill me.
Billy, it's okay. What? Just tell me.
He's here!
This next moment is kind of amazing too.
We have to find my friends that can help us.
We have to hide. Hello.
No.
Hello?
This freaked me out too when it first happened. Jump scare. This is kind of the reason I was not really a big fan of that reference to, what Xander's afraid of crawling on his face. I don't really like the sort of flippant way it's just thrown out there in this episode, and then they have the imagery behind him there on the wall. Those are things that have such a historical weight to them that I would not use them unless it was pivotal to the story, unless it really moved things along, or I was really trying to convey a message. Those are just like really like throwaway sort of imagery, throwaway jokes.
I missed a ball and I should have caught it.
Billy, did he hurt you after the game?
Can we go another way to find your friends?
This way. Come on.
Is this where your friends are?
Man, I thought you weren't gonna show. I hope you warmed up. It's an ugly crowd out there tonight.
I didn't learn the words.
I love this guy. Whoever this actor is, I like him so much. Great stage partner, by the way, though. He just picked it right up for her. And this look on his face, just exasperation, like, oh, not again. It's great.
I love these bars.
Did he have to, like, bite every single one? I wonder how many times he had to put a bunch of chocolate in his mouth to get all those takes.
Guess we're gonna bury somebody.
Here comes...
Nobody died. What's the fun of burying someone if they're already dead?
Love it so much. I love that she recognizes him because he's photo accurate in her dreams.
What are you afraid of?
Nope. Of everything that we've seen so far, this is the most terrifying for me. I have an issue with small enclosed spaces. That's horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
Oh yeah, when the clown chased you and you got so scared.
So really quickly, just a little aside. It is very difficult as an actor to find authentic joy. I feel like she was being told more energy, more joy, just bust out laughing. And it's just not believable. It's just not a well-directed scene. This is not an acting note. This is a thing that the director did not do a good job of transitioning. Emotions happen in segments, like passages, like for singers. And there's this transition. There is a journey that takes place emotionally from that upset place she was to the sort of chuckle and laugh and smile that she gives him in just a moment later. Watch that scene, and that is the antithesis to what's happening here. Here is, oh my God, I'm terrified. Ah, ha, 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 but I'm going to bust out laughing. This incredibly disingenuous laugh. Just give it a look.
Just sing.
Come on.
Look at her, she's terrified.
Remember my 6th birthday party?
Oh yeah, when the clown chased
Where did
you
that
and you
come
got
from?
so
And it wasn't a good laugh. What is that?
Things are getting worse. In a few hours, reality will fall completely into the realm of nightmares. I failed.
He's breaking my heart.
I should have been more cautious. But she was so gifted. I'm sorry.
It's just amazing. It's just incredible. Delivery is not the same as acting. If I said his acting was great or he performed that really well, it's not always the same as his delivery. His delivery was about the pacing and the intonation and the hesitations and the places where his speech broke and where he had to, because he was about to bust out crying. So he's just a remarkable actor. If you haven't seen, he's in an opera. It's bugging the crap out of me because I know the name of it, and I'm going to be so mad when I actually look it up. But okay, back to the show.
Thought I was dead.
She looks really good. Like, they did a really good job on her as a vampire. They spent extra time to get this right.
Don't look at me.
This all comes from Billy. If we can only wake him up, I believe that the nightmares will stop and reality will shift back into place. But we must do it now.
Well, how do we wake Billy up? What if we can't?
Willow, do shut up.
Love that.
Billy!
A brilliant plan to wake up a coma victim. Just yell at them really loud. I'm sure it'll work. That's kind of intense. Don't like it.
Be soon. A really
Bad day. There she goes with the cool line delivery.
Scary. I'll tell you something though. There are a lot scarier things than you.
So one of the things I always kind of wondered about this is, if Buffy became a vampire, would it be a Slayer strength plus vampire strength? Would it be the vampire strength would replace the Slayer strength, or she'd just keep the Slayer strength? I personally think it would like be a combo of both, and she'd be like uber Buffy, but or at least that's my headcanon anyway.
Come here, Billy. I don't... You have to do the rest.
I get it.
And of course Xander gets it. This is kind of gross. The sounds it made. Hey! Everybody's back to normal, and I'm wearing my coat again.
Hey, he's waking up.
Waking up is hard to do on camera. Like in acting, waking up is tough.
I'm his kitty league coach. I come by here every day just hoping against hope that he's going to wake up soon. My lucky 19.
Another very questionable acting moment coming from an extra.
What are you talking about?
I wonder who directed this
He
episode.
said it was my fault that we lost. It wasn't my fault. There's 8 other players on the team.
You tell him, Billy. And I don't get the coach's motivation. Is he ashamed? Is he a sociopath and was just trying to see if he got away with it? Like,
I'm surprised it wasn't one of the parents.
Xander has a point.
But that was kind of heroic, Xander, grabbing him and all.
I think heroic might be a little bit of an overstatement. Is that a thing? An exaggeration is probably an overstatement. This is a public service announcement just to make you aware that the host of your viewing experience is an idiot.
When Buffy was a vampire, you weren't still, like, attracted to her, were you?
Willow, how can you...
How dare
that's really
you?
bent. She was
She was grotesque. she's kind of hot as a vampire, right? I'm just saying. So that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Episode 10. A few side, tangents happen there, but I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, Nightmares, it's interesting because it's not a bad episode. It's a good episode. It's just, it feels so disjointed from the rest of the season to me. And there are a lot of elements that I feel like there were some directing mistakes. Let me see if I can look up who the director was. Director, Bruce Seth Green. What? Is he related at all to Seth Green? Bruce Seth Green is an American television director. Green's credits include Knight Rider, Hercules, Babylon 5, Buffy, Angel, Dawson's Creek, Gilmore Girls. Okay, so really quickly, I need to jump back on here because my phone died. Basically, I was talking about the director, Seth Green. He directed Teacher's Pet, The Pack, Nightmares, Some Assembly Required, Halloween, Dark Ages, Ted, and Phases. And I was talking about how it didn't look that great for him until after Some Assembly Required, that those were not the best episodes. Halloween was sort of iffy. They got better and better as they went on. So maybe he just got better. Maybe that's all it was. I don't know. Maybe as the show got more successful, he started caring more. That's a thing that can happen. Basically, I thanked everybody for watching. This is so weird. For those of you on YouTube, if you've watched this long and you listen to me ramble on for that long, hit the like button. Leave me, stop. Back. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check the description for all my social media links, including a link to the Patreon and the Discord. In the Patreon, you can get full reactions to this series and other things that I will be doing or have done or whatever. And on the Discord, you can come in and talk to some pretty cool people. There are some free channels for just anybody to come and be a part of. And then there's also some exclusive channels for Patreon members. But beyond all that, my arm is getting tired. So thank you so much once again for watching this with me. And please remember to always be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.